Should I really have left like that?
What?
I'm worried about the state of Rasulia.
It's all right. Gunter and the rest of them are there.
That's true. Gunter, Hana, Dax. Sorry for making you three do all the legwork.
You're a real worrywart, aren't you? Do you like your research? Is it fun?
Very much so. Although, there are certainly times when it's not. Why the sudden interest?
I heard that women are mysterious creatures. They all just want to have fun. So, I don't want to do things that aren't fun.
Relia, you're saying you wouldn't help us unless it was fun for you?
No, I'd help you.
I know that. Just remember that one man here is an idiotic creature. You're better off not listening to him.
Okay, I won't.
Stop that whistling immediately! You'll attract snakes! I'm pretty sure that's only at night. Are you sure?
Yes. Even people from our hometowns have heard that one.
I can't believe I've been wrong all this time. Hopefully my luck doesn't run out because of this. Do you believe in jinxes?
Not really. I'd like to think good jinxes exist, though.
Good jinxes?
For instance, I get the feeling that if I wake up before someone comes to wake me up in the morning, that good things will happen all day long.
I see. Like she sells seashells by the seashore. Is that what you're talking about?
That's not a jinx. That's a proverb.
Actually, you're both wrong.
You've seen all sorts of different planets, haven't you, Emerson? I envy you.
You envy me? I envy you, truth be told.
Why would you envy me?
Well, you get to live peacefully without ever having to work too hard. This planet is a nice place to live, you know.
You really think so? I don't know. I guess it all seems to go without saying for me. This planet is all I know.
I get that. We never seem to notice the things that are most important to us until they're threatened. Now that Kronos is threatening to destroy both these things and this planet's civilization, however, we must take matters into our own hands and fight the invaders.
You're right. I'll do everything I can to help stop them.
So what made you interested in signets?
Tell me what your interests are.
Huh? I guess good alcohol and beautiful women.
And why do you like them?
There's no logical reason. I'm just drawn to them.
Exactly. Now do you get it?
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Please tell me that you at least know how to clean your house.
Not by myself, but I do know how to make a machine do it.
I see. Your place must be sparkling if a machine cleans it. Then what about putting things away? Do I even dare ask what state your room's in?
It may not be spick and span, but I know exactly where everything in it is. Would you like to come and see it?
I'll make sure to bring my cleaning stuff with me.
I can't get over the fact you have ships that can fly.
It's never too cold or too hot inside them either, regardless of the season.
Is it now? That sounds perfect for storing books.
Our books are digitized, so we have no need to store paper ones.
You read all your information off a screen? No, if it's not on paper, it's not a book to me.
Actually, there are a lot of people who feel the same way as you.
All right, assistant number 3, time to make the accessory you designed. What? It is so cute! And the design couldn't be more perfect. Excellent work, number 3. Elegant, but not overstated. Another masterpiece worthy of the Welch label is born. Thanks. What's the problem? Don't look at me like that. You're my assistant. Therefore, whatever is yours is mine, too. You know the deal. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have blown up like that. I'll leave the Welch label off of it. Number 1, I'm currently engaged in a fascinating experiment. Bunnies will eat anything, right? I'm wondering if I can use this voracious appetite of theirs for something creative. No response. All it does is chow down and blob around. I guess nothing will happen without that one thing. What's this now? Something catch your eye, my bunny? Does assistant number 1 look that delicious to you? Well, I'll admit he does have a cute face. No need to worry. Just leave the bunny to me. I'll get it out of your hair. You have your own job to do, number 1, right? Well, nice job finding this. I'll feed it to the bunny right away. It worked! This is it! Creativity crystallized! Where did it come from, you ask? Well, don't. Just consider it one of those profound questions of life we were never meant to answer. Just realize that thanks to this phenomenon, now we can create items with any materials we want to, anywhere and at any time. Aren't I a genius? Because of this bunny breakthrough, I won't have to bother thinking up new inventions anymore. Isn't that great? There are rumors that a new weapon is being used in the war between Rasulia and Trekur. It apparently emits an incredible light. Even if this is some kind of trick based on the application of signets, there is still no record of such things being used. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a second. Did that thing just light up? Show it to me. Show me. Show me. Hey, soldier boy, what do you say to contracting with me and becoming my 4th assistant? Gotcha! What's this? The rumored weapon? Yow! This thing's gone haywire! I thought I was going to die there. You should be more careful. To make up for your negligence, why don't I have you do a bunch of work for me? I see. So that's how you put this thing together. It's surprisingly easy once you figure out the trick to it. Yeesh. This weapon's much more dangerous than I ever imagined. Assistant number 4, with this weapon, you can't just be some old run-of-the-mill ruffian, right? Just kidding. Can you imagine a grown woman like me poking around for a man's secrets? How gauche. Besides, I prefer men with deep, dark secrets. So encapsulating. Don't worry, I know how to keep my mouth shut. Thank you for your assistance, number 1 and number 4. Come back anytime you want to hang out or whatever. You know what they say. fairest flowers soonest fade. Unless I record what I have achieved in my research, it will all be for naught. That's right. The fleeting beauty of a flower as its petals scatter to the winds. Where can my savior be? A highly skilled individual ready to faithfully gather the information I need to complete my brilliant dissertation. There she is. I'd go with assistant number 1, but he lacks the required literary talent. Those braids of yours, though, tell me you're more than smart enough for this job, assistant number 5. You'll gather the information I need. Keep in mind how important this is. The advancement of science depends on you. As for you, number 1, being the gentleman you are, of course, you'll help number 5. That goes without saying, right? Last night, I had a really scary dream.
You're okay. It's morning now. So, what happened in your dream?
Well, everyone was in it, and big mushrooms were growing out of our heads.
Giant mushrooms, huh? That does sound kinda creepy, I guess.
Yours was pink, Miki, and Fidel's was blue like the sky. They were so pretty, but mine was an ugly dark purple.
Wait, what scared you was the color?
What do you think of the clothes I showed you?
I don't know if they're quite my style.
You know, you should wear that kind of outfit while you're still young.
I've been meaning to address the issue of your outfit for some time now, Lady Brunelli. But now seems like...
Drop it for the time being. We're in a hurry, remember?
Then I'll write it down as a missive.
Perseverance must be one of the requirements to join the King's Chosen. Please tell me some stuff about Dax.
Dax has saved us time and time again with his superb intelligence-gathering skills.
Sounds pretty amazing.
He's a real factotum. He can either fight up front with Gunter or provide cover fire from the back. It's nice to be able to praise a subordinate. Although, it's strange to call him that, seeing as he's older than me. I think he's 40 years old.
40?
You're cute, Relia. I knew lizards were cute, but I had no idea kids could be even cuter.
Lizards?
I'll pick out a nice outfit for you sometime. One similar to what I'm wearing.
No thanks. Wow, this data is so precise! Such telling numbers, such meticulous graphing. I can see long-standing problems solving themselves before my very eyes! Yes, it's all coming together. Must put it to paper. I'm done. All of my wisdom distilled into one gem of a dissertation. Assistant number 5! I knew you were something special when I first set eyes on you. I guess I can add great judge of character to the long list of my talents. Ah, yes. Now that my dissertation's done, the public will be clamoring for my autograph. No time to waste. Number 1, help me buy a glove for shaking the rabble's hands. Hey! I said I need your help! Hey! Assistant number 1, you must have graced me with your presence today to solve my new problem in a snap, like you always do. Don't be so bashful about it. This isn't the first time I've thanked you. You assistants have really helped keep my research on an even keel, and my reputation is through the roof. It must be human nature to never be satisfied, regardless of how much you accomplish. For instance, the first thought that came to my mind after finally acquiring what I had thought to be the most supreme weapon in the world was, how can I make this thing even more powerful? I suppose I can't help myself. What? Who's this? A man even more handsome than number one? Hello, sir! I'm sorry, but I can't help myself. Pardon me, but would it be possible to research your weapon with you and make it even stronger? Wait, sir! Please be my assistant number 6. No, I'll make you my number 1. How about that?
What causes people to keep going to war? Everyone just wants to live in peace, yet time and time again.
It's often due to economic issues, that or ideological differences.
What if everyone in the world gets enough to eat? That might end war.
Curing hunger would help, but not solve the problem, since other desires motivate people too.
So feeding the world won't work? What a complicated issue. I'll have to cook up a more fitting solution eventually.
I have to ask, is Relia afraid of me?
How would I know? Why not just ask her yourself?
I can't ask her such an embarrassing question.
Well, you can always try talking to her in a kind and cheerful voice.
Relia?
What's wrong?
What? How's it my fault?
Relia, do you know what your biggest enemy in all the world is? Let me tell you. This life form will put its hand to its lips, tilt its head to one side, affect an innocent look, and say, I don't know. I'm talking about other girls. You can't let your guard down, Relia. The battle has already begun. Yeah, I know.
What's going on? Why do you keep looking at me?
Oh, I was just mesmerized by your beauty. I bet you could take the crown in a Miss Galaxy pageant.
Miss Galaxy pageant?
It'll be a celebration of beauty. Women will come to compete from all around the unit world.
Is this a dream of yours?
It is at the moment, but I'll make it happen sometime, you'll see. And when I do, you'll have to compete too.
If it does happen.
That's a promise. I'll hold you to it.
Good to have you back, sir.
Thanks. And the General's whereabouts?
We've maximized our ultra-long-range sensors output in search of it.
In search of, huh? So you still haven't managed to find it?
I'm afraid not, sir.
Huh. That doesn't bode well. I'd say the planetoid where we fought that other ship would be a good start, but their territory's so incredibly vast.
Hopefully we can find at least some sort of clue as to their whereabouts.
Don't give up just yet.
We won't.
Why just this spot?
Do you know why there's no data for this one area?
No readings? How? Captain, could you please come take a look at this?
Did you find anything?
I tried scanning the Silica, but see for yourself.
What the? That's definitely odd. Could it be another Kronos facility?
The only explanation is that it blocks every single type and frequency of wave with which we could scan it.
Such technology shouldn't even exist on this planet.
Shields with this much range shouldn't exist anywhere in the Federation, let alone this planet.
Well, not like running our mouths more will solve anything. Let's check it out.
I agree.
Besides, it's gonna take some time to find General Alma in that celestial haystack.
As long as this shield is in operation, there's no hope of us transporting directly to its location. Although, even if we could, the structure itself also appears to hinder transport.
Can buildings even do stuff like that? I guess that's life's way of telling me I need more exercise. Anyway, let's just beam down somewhere nearby. We can search on foot from there.
Yes, sir.
Get ready, ladies and gents. Next stop, the Silica. Geez, why are you so riled up?
What's happened to her is a travesty.
Who, Relia?
Yes. To be dragged from place to place at such a young age, all because you were given symbological powers.
Who knew you had maternal instincts?
Don't try to turn this into some joke.
Sorry.
Nikki, I hear you're a natural when it comes to cooking. Is that true?
I don't know if I'm a natural or even that good, but I do love to cook.
If it's not much trouble, would you be so kind as to teach me how?
You're not already a good cook? I guess even you have one weakness.
We're not accustomed to cooking for ourselves. Although some of us do cook in our own homes as a pastime, most of us eat out at restaurants and such.
Wow, I had no idea. Well, if that's how it is, it'd be my pleasure to teach you.
Do you like sweet foods?
Do I ever? When I was a kid, my dream was to eat at least one of all the sweets in the world.
That's a rather, how do I say it, grandiose dream.
If only I had that transporter, I could eat any sweets I wanted.
The rules strictly prohibit using it like that.
Don't worry, if I ever really want to transport, I can always ask Relia to.
Calm down, you're not thinking straight.
Fidel, do you have a girlfriend?
No special woman in my life.
Wow, how bold of you to just come out with it like that.
Huh?
Don't worry, I'm an understanding person. There's no special woman in your life. Woman being the operative word.
Wait! Where's assistant number 6? He's not with you today. That's too bad. Well, it's probably for the best. You don't make me nearly as nervous as he does, number 1. That's what I get for letting my greed run away with me. Best to start with a more realistic dream rather than get carried away with visions of grandeur. And now I've achieved that dream. My inventions are helping people and making everyone happy. That's all I really wanted, to make people smile. And it's all thanks to my assistance. I owe you, number 1. Finished! Behold, my new and improved tense handy stick. I broke it at my dissertation meet and greet the other day. This will make it easier the next time I have to shake a lot of people's hands. I'll continue my research alone from now on. It wouldn't do to rely on you assistants forever. The best days for Welch Laboratory still lie ahead. Just you wait and see.
Which type of woman do you prefer? The family or the work-oriented type?
That's a very difficult question. The work-oriented type.
I thought you liked girls who were skilled with pots and pans, not swords and spears.
Really? Huh.
There's no place in this hustle-bustle world for an old-fashioned domestic girl like me.
I don't think that's true at all. You're really not old-fashioned at all, Fiore.
Fidel, do you like to drink?
I drink in moderation. If there's a feast in the village, I'll have a goblet or two with everybody.
Alcohol can be a harsh mistress if you get too friendly with her. Moderation's important.
I'm always careful.
Still, I think it's okay for a man to go a little overboard a time or two in his life.
Emerson speaks very highly of you, Anne, especially your intelligence. Were you always so good at studying and such, even from a young age?
Of everyone I grew up with, I'd say my grandmother influenced me the most.
Your grandmother, you say?
Computers were her hobby, so when I was young, I would often play computer games or go on the internet with her.
Your grandmother sounds like an amazing woman. I'm so jealous of you. Anne's grandmother sounds amazing.
I hear she's exceptionally strong.
She chugs alcohol straight from a barrel.
And she's supposedly even smarter than Anne is.
What's even more bizarre is I hear she's over 8 feet tall. But I jest.
How did you know she was that tall?
What?
Fidel, do you remember your first love?
Of course I remember.
Why do so many guys have to be such hopeless romantics?
What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with it, just don't think that if you break up with a girl, she'll still like you until the end of time.
Well, I'd say it's about time to say hi to a few special ladies.
Okay,
You sure? Because I'll really do it.
Go ahead.
No, I don't feel like it anymore. Maybe some other time.
That went just like Fiore said it would. All I had to do was agree to it. Sorry, but could you please explain the concept of pairing to me?
It's something you do before boiling vegetables. You peel and trim the corners of the vegetables to make them more round. This makes the heating more even, which prevents the vegetables from getting all mushy.
I see. Well, following that logic, then wouldn't it be best to cut the vegetables into the form of a perfect sphere?
Well, I guess you could do that, but if you do, you won't have much of your vegetables left to eat.
Good point. I'll just modify the gene in each vegetable that dictates growth so they become...
We're still talking about cooking, right? Because all that just went right over my head. I don't know about you, but I had such a hard time deciding where to get my first signet.
Huh.
I asked for it on my right cheek. I really thought it would add some dash and daring.
You did?
I must have been going through a rebellious phase. Yeah, that's it.
And what an unconventional one. I wish I could have seen it.
Long time no see. What's wrong? You look down.
Victor, it's you. What have you been doing this whole time?
I've been doing what I must.
Will you still be doing it for the foreseeable future?
Yes. To tell you the truth, I may never return from it.
You may be my rival, but I don't want to hold you back. So I won't stop you. But just don't forget that you're my rival. Got it?
Don't worry. I won't.
I learned something. I was told that when you're together with someone and it's fun, that's called being friends. Fidel, are you my friend?
Of course we're friends.
Mickey and Fiore, and Mr. Soldier, and Emerson and Anne, and you are all my friends. I'm so happy we can be together. Mickey, do you have a mom and a dad?
No, Relia. They both died years ago when I was very young. My father was a hunter, and very good with a bow, too. They tell me he knew all about animals and plants. He was also friends with Dr. Malir, who runs the infirmary.
Are you lonely without them?
No. I have Fidel now, so... Are you lonely, Relia?
No, I'm not lonely. I have you and everyone else.
That's great. Neither of us are lonely then.
If a guy ignores a woman for 3 years without even sending her a single letter, do you think that means he's forgotten her?
He still remembers.
Then why doesn't he contact her even once? If he's not willing to do that, he should just set her free. I simply can't.
Come on. You know you want to.
They're military rules. I can't divulge them.
Just a few. You don't have to tell me every one.
I can't. Lieutenant, save me from this man, please.
You're such a good kid, Mickey. Your parents must have poured their hearts out raising you.
No. Actually, they both passed away long ago. After that, Fiddly's parents took me in. Raised me as if I were one of their own.
I see. So that's why you treat Fiddly like an older brother.
Is that how it looks?
What? You didn't realize that's how it came off? I've got to say, that's a bit of a surprise.
I'm sorry. Old habits die hard, I guess. I should probably stop acting like that with him, right?
No, I'm almost positive he enjoys it. Lots of guys want little sisters. Don't stop. Keep it up.
Me, a little sister.
Aurelia?
Everyone's together, huh?
Lieutenant! Long time no see.
You look as good as always.
Lieutenant. Anna, Dax, Gunter, sorry to put you through all this trouble.
Come on, why you gotta be like that? You know Rasulia's safe in our hands.
I believe you mean it's safe in Dax's hands. Without all the intelligence he gathers, we'd be done for.
None of you have changed a bit.
Lieutenant, you're not leaving us again, are you?
Yes, my journey has yet to end.
I see.
Anna, snap out of it. Don't worry. I'll pick up the lieutenant's slack while he's gone.
Lieutenant, leave Rasulia to us.
Thank you all. I am honored to have you in my unit.
Now, what would suit him best? I know that something heavy won't do. It really is hard to pick a present for someone without them here.
Worried about something?
It's my subordinates. I left everything to them, but I don't know if they can handle it.
I understand how you feel.
Don't you ever get upset with Emerson for always leaving you to your own devices?
Not really. I take it as a sign of his trust in my abilities.
I never thought of it that way. I hope that's how they see this.
Fiore, you're so grown up and cool.
Hey, I used to be a kid too, you know.
You did? Really?
When I was a child, I thought I was all alone in the world. It felt like nobody understood anything about me. After years of meeting people who spurned me, one man finally took me by the hand and told me that he was here for me.
Just like Fidel.
Yes, that's right. I couldn't have grown up and become who I am today without the support he provided.
Now that Fidel's with me, does that mean I can grow up too?
Of course. I'm sure you will.
You buying a present? I'm so jealous of the lucky guy who gets it.
I'm just testing my emotions. That's all.
Your emotions.
I want to know whether or not picking a present makes my heart skip a beat. Whether or not I've forgotten the joy of giving. Whenever I have to pick something, it scares me. I get the feeling that I enjoy it less and less each time.
There was a dog over there. It was wagging its tail a lot.
Dogs wag their tails as a sign of goodwill. They're smart animals.
Goodwill? Like when they like you?
Yes.
If only you had a tail, Mr. Soldier. It'd be easier to understand you.
Ah, I see.
Oh crap, I don't know his size. What should I do?
Oh, you're shopping for someone, I see. Boy, how nice it'd be if I got something from you. Yep.
Go away, you're not helping.
You really enjoy using that machine, don't you, Anne?
It's that easy to tell?
Well, you do use it all the time.
And you? How do you feel about using swords?
I practice swordsmanship because it's necessary.
You're saying it's nothing more than a job to you?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't even like going into battle.
I see.
Fidel, why don't you wear a skirt like other people?
That's because I don't look good in them. Never have.
Okay, then we should find one that does.
And you and Emerson are really something else. Just seeing how decisive and serious you are on your ship, it sent chills down my spine.
Thank you. Say, Fidel, would you like to join the military too?
I look up to you and other officers in the Army, but the idea of actually joining the military makes me hesitant.
Of course you'd hesitate, being asked out of the blue like that. Victor is in Rasulia's military, so why don't you talk to him about it?
Do you know why clouds are white? And the sky blue?
Well, you see,
Why is dirt so soft, but rocks are so hard? Do you know? Do you?
you should ask Fiore. I bet she has the perfect answer waiting for you.
Okay, I guess I'll ask Fiore later. Now I remember that I have a big sister too. The two of us. We were always together back at the laboratory. But we had no freedom. None at all. I was lucky and got away from there. I'm free, but my sister, she's still trapped. They're not going to let her go. I want to tell my sister about so many things. Like about how big the outside world is, and all the wonderful things that go on in it.
It's okay, you'll be fine. Watch your step here. Make sure not to trip.
Thanks a lot. You're so nice. It's like you're my mom.
Really?
You're maternal, that's for sure.
You're the motherly type, no doubt about it.
Clearly our group's mom.
Uh-huh.
No thanks, I don't need kids your age.
As a military man, do you ever struggle with the concept of taking life?
All military personnel must face it at one point or another. Tears have no place on the battlefield. For you and I are merely instruments of war. Having said that, you need to embrace the feeling of disgust that accompanies killing others for as long as you live. Because that is your humanity. At least, that's what I was taught. A long time ago.
Your teacher sounds like an excellent mentor. I'd like to meet him someday.
If only he was still alive.
When it comes to cleaning, the main thing to remember is to work from the top to the bottom. Knock the dust off high places first, and then finish up by scrubbing the floor. When cleaning a square room, never miss the corners. The key is to start from the edges and work your way around, one corner at a time. If you haven't worn something in 2 years, throw it out. If you're not sure whether you need something or not, you don't.
Teacher, I have a question. I have so many things of sentimental value in my room, my cleaning robot malfunctions whenever it enters.
Throw it all out. I'm telling you, that's the one and only option you have left. We've come so far in such a short time. Hey, Fidel, I want to ask you something. Do you regret taking me along on this journey?
Don't be ridiculous. I'm glad you're with me. I really am.
That's good. I was so worried this whole time. I kept thinking you didn't need me.
It's the opposite. I need you so much that I'd never know what to do without you. Sorry for not noticing how you felt.
No, you don't say sorry in this situation, remember? You say thank you. I have so many things to thank you for, Fiddly.
As do I. Thank you, Miki.
I just realized something very important.
And what might that be?
Do you know where the word Kronos comes from?
If I recall correctly, he was a character in ancient Greek mythology.
And he gets his family jewels jacked. Am I gonna get mine jacked, Dan?
Yes, that's what will happen.
When Eidolon raided our village, my heart was racked with pain. But that pales in comparison to how I feel now. I can't believe that Emerson's and Anne's people also fight in wars, even though their civilization's so advanced. There has to be something I can do about this. I have to figure this out. Somehow. Someday.
The way the top brass treated this incident.
I won't have you bad-mouthing the top brass.
Yes, sir.
Become one of them.
I'm not interested.
If you want to have a say in how things are run, your only option is to rise up in the ranks and change their secretive nature from the inside.
Understood.
Once this is all over, do you think we'll be able to return home to Sthal?
I'm sure we can, once this is done with.
When that time comes, the two of us will go back together, right?
Of course.
I was feeling lonely for a bit, but I'm better now. And it's all because you said we'll be together for it.
Waiting for someone to destroy a wall for you may produce the same end result as climbing over it yourself, but it's hardly the same experience. What should you do once it's over? What should you believe in as you go forward? You're the only one who can spur yourself on. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Take the next step. Don't worry what'll ensue. And when you do, you'll be completely born anew. That was a popular poem on our planet once. I wanted to share it with you since you lost your father. I won't tell you to cheer up, but I will tell you not to give up.
Bye-bye. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Huh? Bye-bye. See ya. It's gone now.
Oh my. Relia wasn't waving to a ghost just now, was she? No, it's not real. It's all in your head.
You know the time when that plague swept through the village? When my dad fell ill, and my mom soon after? I wanted to take care of them so badly, but no one would let me. They didn't want me to catch the same disease.
Is that how it went?
I only got to see my parents once they had passed away. And when I did, they were so frail, like totally different people. That's why I got my first Restore 3 signet imbued, because I didn't want to experience anything like that again. But sometimes, I think even if I'd had that signet back then, I still wouldn't have been strong enough to save them. Life's full of twists and turns, huh? I feel much better now that I've gotten that off my chest. All I can do is try hard. I've got to give it my all.
Don't you think the Faithredians have extremely powerful ESP?
That's normal for underdeveloped planet inhabitants. Today, I became privy to one of Anne's weaknesses.
Please drop the subject.
If it's ghost stories you're after, the Federation's got some spine tinglers too. Every warship has troves of its own. For instance,
I don't want to hear it. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Anne, I noticed you haven't been drinking much water lately. That on purpose?
Yes, it is. I don't want to drink much because then I'll have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night.
Oh, I see. So, does that mean that you're afraid of ghosts?
Yes.
From now on, don't hesitate to wake me up whenever you need to use the bathroom. I'll go with you, I promise.
Thank you so much.
Fidel? Here. I've got a present for you.
Oh, what for?
It's, you know, to thank you for all that you do for me every day. I guess.
Okay.
Aw, come on! Stop making me explain! Just shut up and take it! And, Fidel, don't ever change, okay?
You are an acquaintance of Fiore.
Yes, and I hear you're the most brilliant person to ever work at the Institute, Cassius.
That is because being a child affords me a different frame of reference. I am not encumbered with the same prejudices of perception that afflict adults, and thus, I am more apt to make new discoveries.
Oh, so that's why.
Fidel, stop wandering off already!
I've got to go.
Wow, you sure seem like you're in a good mood.
That would be because I just received a letter from someone.
And what kind of letter was it? A love letter?
Yes, it even came with some hair.
That's not a love letter at all. That's something a stalker would send.
That's nothing to rejoice over.
You know, I have been sensing a presence behind me of late.
Aha! So it is from a stalker.
I think you might be right. It must only be a stalker. What a relief.
You okay?
I'm fine with this. As long as it's from a human. I mean, I'm used to stalkers, after all.
You're used to them?
You've had a tough life, haven't you? What's going on?
There was a rabbit here. I saw it with my own 2 eyes, but it hopped away. It was a different color from the one I saw last time. I wonder if they changed their clothes.
It must have molted its fur. Rabbits change colors depending on the season.
Very stylish, just like you, Fiore.
I'm so hungry.
When research calls, eat all 3 meals in one go.
Who'd you hear that from?
It's just something my mentor used to say. Although, come to think of it, he always ate 3 square meals a day. We're almost done. Time for one last spurt?
Yeah. Okie dokie. Starting right now, I'm gonna make some decadently daring and delicious cakes.
You can make cakes, Nikki? Wow.
Just leave everything to me, Stahl's premier pastry chef. I'll make a bunch today, so much even that we can have 30 cakes each. You'll see.
30? Ugh, I can't eat that many.
Don't worry, you always get a second win with sweets.
A second wind? Maybe I can eat them all then.
When we reach the deepest part of this sanctuary, we'll see a statue of Palaphytos.
Who's Palaphytos?
He is the progenitor of signaturgy on the continent of Estille.
For a soldier, you sure know a lot about signaturgy. Ah, that's because you're from this area?
The provenance of all my work, surrounding me on every side.
So strong, try to withstand this! So strong, try to withstand this! so strong, try to withstand this!
I really hate fighting.
Looks like I'm gaining on my father.
So this is the founder of...
It said that upon discovering this temple, Haliphaidos deciphered the ancient glyphs that lined its walls, and then proceeded to adapt them for the sorcerer's arts.
What an absolute genius!
Did we hit a dead end?
Well, the Cygnus Celica's recesses don't get any deeper than this.
Captain!
Did you find something?
Electromagnetic waves, meaning electricity runs through this plate.
An electric current? Pardon my ignorance, but what's so special about that?
Remember, this is Faithlessness.
Whoops, slipped my mind.
Could you pass me the card from those Kronos researchers?
Did you know about this, Victor?
Not at all. I'm as surprised as you.
Huh. If this isn't a trap, you sure did a good job making it look like one. Relia! Wait! What in the world is this place?
Quite the expanse we stumbled upon.
Whatever this place is, it's certainly not natural.
Yeah, this definitely feels way off. It's almost like we're floating above a planetoid without an atmosphere, not underneath a sanctum.
Relia! Fidel, I know this place.
What do you mean, you know it?
I see something.
I just assumed this thing'd be tinier when we got close.
Can something so wondrous exist here?
Why, sir?
This is...
Yeah. This is no simulation, it's real.
Relia! Watch it!
My whole world's changed.
Your past came back to you then?
I was never a regular kid at all. I was created to destroy, to execute orders to kill as an unthinking tool.
Who cares, I say?
Huh?
There are so many kids whose worlds are tragic. They are also much worse than yours is. It isn't how you were born that counts. It's how you act.
Thanks a lot, Fidel. And thanks, friends. I get to be here thanks to you. But my sister's got nobody now. I know I can't do this alone. With your help, though, I know I can. Please lend your aid. Together, we'll set things right.
Let us go. We'll save Feria, now, without fail.
I now understand why Kronos chose Faithlessness 4 over all other planets, but I'm still not sure why this place exists on Faithlessness.
We can talk about that once we're above ground. Our communicators get absolutely zero reception down here.
Oh, that's right. With those dampening shields erected, I suppose it's only natural for communications to be affected as well. Let's concentrate on leaving, then.
Kenny here.
Where have you been, Captain? I swear, we've been on the edge of our seat since we lost your signal.
Inside that shield, that's where. So, you think you can transport us?
Not yet. The signal's still being jammed. Please, get outside its range as soon as possible.
What's up?
Our sensors have picked up Kronos ships. They'll make contact in 12 hours.
General Alma's ship there?
I don't want to make assumptions, but they may not actually be his ships.
All right, we'll step on it. Kenny, over and out.
An emergency?
Apparently, some Kronos ships are headed toward us.
So we're off?
That we are.